Hi everyone. We're going to explore a fairly unexpected subject today, former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence. We have all seen him in the spotlight over the years, whether it was during the Trump administration or his time as governor of Indiana. However, you may be shocked to hear about his wife today. Yes, you have probably seen Mike Pence's wife, Karen Pence. But what about their relationship and her current role in his life is so fascinating? Stay attentive because this story is far more fascinating than you could have thought. First, let's talk about Karen Pence's history. She is a very successful person in her own way, despite being best recognized as Mike Pence's wife. Previously a teacher and art therapist, Karen Pence most recently became the Second Lady of the United States and a strong advocate for military families and mental health issues. Throughout her public career, she has remained relatively quiet, focusing on issues that are significant to her and supporting her husband's political career. The irony is that, despite Karen Pence's long-standing support for Mike, she has suddenly gained greater prominence, especially since Mike Pence has returned to the political scene. The public's interest in Mike Pence's and Karen's personal and professional lives has grown despite his lack of visibility since leaving the White House. What's more interesting about this is how people are now analyzing the Pence family dynamic, especially now that Mike is starting to talk about possible future political objectives. But what role did Karen play in this whole situation? Despite having backed Mike over his career, including his time as vice president, she has her own voice and platform. In recent years, Karen has become increasingly vocal about her love of the arts, support for military families, and thoughts on mental health. She has established a career outside of her husband's political involvement, demonstrating her capacity to balance her personal and professional lives. Now let's recognize how important the couple's relationship is. Mike and Karen Pence have been married for over 35 years. Despite the intense public scrutiny that comes with being in the spotlight, their marriage has remained one of the strongest in American politics. In all aspects of their lives, including raising kids and conquering challenges together, they have helped one another. Mike has always spoken highly of Karen, often emphasizing how she supported their family and assisted him in his political career. Their handling of living together in the spotlight demonstrates their mutual respect and cooperation. But many people don't know this. Karen Pence is more than just a helpful wife. As a woman, she has her own objectives, passions, and causes. She is not just helping her husband, she is also making a difference in the world. Whether it is promoting art therapy, supporting military families, or increasing awareness of mental health issues, Karen has found her own way to change society. She is clearly more than just someone you easily recognize as the vice president's wife. She is a dedicated individual with a legacy of her own. As Mike begins to take moves toward possible future political endeavors, it's interesting that people are starting to notice how Karen's role is evolving. If Mike Pence decides to run for politics again, Karen will surely be a key player in his campaign, just as she was during his vice presidential campaign. But beyond that, Karen's impact might be felt in many ways, like continuing to support causes that are important to her and advocating for mental health. So what is next for Mike and Karen Pence? It appears that their story is far from over. While Mike continues to consider his political future, Karen continues to leave her impact on the world and carve out her own niche. They still have a close relationship, and it's clear that Karen will continue to influence Mike's choices in the future. I believe this post will enlighten you on Karen Pence's important contributions to society and the impact she has had with Mike. The couple's political careers are just one facet of who they are, even though their time in the White House may have increased their level of recognition. Their partnership is marked by mutual respect, love, and support, and Karen has proven to be more than just the wife behind the man. She is a powerful woman in her own right. Before you leave, remember to click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the latest information about public figures like Karen Pence and Mike. You won't want to miss out on the fascinating political figures and the plethora of information available about them. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the upcoming video.